Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm a little stuffy today, but and so I came home to just chill and recover, but I decided to turn on the stream, do a little something with you guys, talk to you guys about what's going on today. I saw some big things was popping in the US today, so let's check those stuff out. Give me 1 second. Uh, all right, so I don't know if you know, but the all the news been live all day. So the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, pretty much ended affirmative action. They ended I guess they say it's okay to discriminate against people like LGBTs, like let me not say LGBTs plural. That sounds crazy, but sorry, sipping my Theraflu. They pretty much stated that okay, you could, if you don't want to offer services to people for whatever reason, like if you're, I think the kit test case was someone from Colorado, a lady. I don't know if she was an event planner or some type of something event or wedding related, and she, I guess, wanted to put on a website that I don't wish to offer my service to homosexual couples and or in functions, events, because it's against my religion. However, I will recommend these service providers who have no issue. I guess the state was like, no, that's discriminatory. The Supreme Court says no, she has a right. If she doesn't want to provide service to someone, she could say that, pretty much. So let me see who, if they have any clips. I didn't know I think that's Reginald Amamore. He's a Supreme Court, a senior counsel from Trinidad. But let's see who. And apparently they've been rioting in France too. But the news is crazy. But you know what? Let's start off with the debate about whether the media, the whatless media as they would say where I'm from, is racist. Migrants, Greece, boat. Anyway, well, tragedy. There's been this ongoing talk about how racist it is that we were all obsessed with the Titan submersible tragedy, when apparently at the same time like 700 people died or drowned, or maybe a little less than it. The point is, like, a migrant vessel off the coast of Greece pretty much sank with all type of migrants on it, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. And it's odd because, well, not odd, but it is an interesting, I think, topic because in the Caribbean, this is not a unusual thing. Um, People, I really hope you guys could have heard me. I just turned on my mic. Anyway, I guess I gotta start over just in case. So sorry if I sound a little stuffy because I'm sick. I I'm at home a little early today, and I decided to turn on the stream, talk to you guys about all this craziness that is happening, talk to myself rather, but anyway, one day. But a lot of things have been going on today. In the US, the Supreme Court handed down a bunch of rulings pretty much saying that one, affirmative action is at an end now. That's the practice where I guess universities would reserve a certain portion of their entry quota or entry amount for minorities, persons of color, non-white people essentially. And so I guess that they have said that that is racist or discriminatory. This isn't the first time I've actually had this debate. I remember when I went to school in the US for a bit, it was an odd conversation to have, but I guess, Caucasians unanimously felt, well, I shouldn't say unanimously, but a lot of them felt that it was reverse racism. When they hit you with that reverse racism term, you're like, what? At the time, and I'm not sure that I've been convinced otherwise that it's different. At the time, I felt like I don't understand why it's discriminatory, or you feel that way, because it's not like these persons are not just as qualified or more qualified. I thought it was just I thought it was like a scholarship thing. I thought these were like people who could not afford the school typically, that they were giving, an opportunity based on money. I thought it was like a scholarship thing, but I guess they feel like, no, it's they're being deprived of this whatever. But I think that it's definitely, I guess education. It seems like education in North America has a lot of social status classes. It's like, I feel like you can't deny that there is a economic element to it, and I feel like there is this push, or maybe because of the idea of philosophy of America, I feel like there's this almost delusionment or denial that, like, yes, poor people are brown, poor people are of color. Yes, Caucasians are poor too, but I feel like there's almost this sort of like revisionist history to sort of forget that a lot of why these things occurred is because of racism and how racial oppression affected the economics of people for a very long time. Has that changed? Is there a balancing out now? Has society balanced out? Is society equal at this point? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But maybe it works. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe it's not. I really don't know. I can't say. But we'll get into that more later. I wanted to talk about, to catch up on, because I must say, I must shamelessly say that I also was oblivious, or not oblivious. I just, for some reason, I just didn't, it didn't resonate with me, or I just dismissed it, this reality about this migrant vessel with all these migrants off the coast of Greece that died. And perhaps from my context, it's not an unheard of thing for me because, of course, like I was saying, I don't know if the mic was on, the Caribbean, this is not an unheard of thing. Vessels laden with migrants go down, suffer tragedy. Quite frequently, the vessels, something always happens to them. They either take on water that, I mean, they're not always the most seaworthy thing. Long story short, human smuggling is not an unknown thing in the Caribbean. So I don't think it was because I was racist in the sense or didn't care about it. I'm aware that this is a problem and this is a thing that happened. People are out here risking their lives to go other places where they believe they can get a fresh start in life. It's crazy. But anyway, let's catch up. Let's see what the news is saying. And I hope YouTube don't be trying to take down my video and stuff like that for copyright, because I am watching the news. This is fair use. This is for educational purposes. So take it easy. Anyway, so let's start with BBC. See what the BBC is saying.
You guys been out to the Great Barrier Reef before?
The Great Barrier Reef? Huh?
Here we are!
Now, the United Nations has called for urgent action to prevent more migrants drowning at sea. It comes after an overloaded boat sank off the coast of Greece on Wednesday. 78 people are known to have died, but hundreds more are still missing.
What happened on Wednesday underscores the need to investigate people smugglers and human traffickers and ensure they are brought to justice. The High Commissioner reiterated his call to states to open up more regular migration channels, enhance responsibility sharing, ensure arrangements for the safe and timely disembarkation of all people rescued at sea.
Well, the Greek authorities are under mounting pressure to explain their role in this tragedy because new claims have emerged suggesting the boat capsized after Coast Guards attached a rope to it. The Greek Coast Guard Service previously had said it kept a discreet distance from the vessel. Our correspondent Sophia Petitza has this report.
Even if they kept a discreet distance from the vessel, then that would also imply that you watched the vessel sink and watch hundreds of people die, so I'm not sure that that is the correct answer either.
Southern Greece.
Two brothers reunited. Mohammed found his 18-year-old brother Fedi from Syria at the port of Kalamata. He's one of 104 people who have been rescued from one of Greece's worst ever migrant shipwrecks.
Now is 18 years. I lived in Libya almost 2 years.
They set off from Libya and were trying to reach Italy. It's still unclear how many people were on board.
We understand that they traveled under very difficult conditions for many days in conditions of overcrowding. There were many on the boat, some 750, most of them men, but we heard that there were also some women and children.
What they mean the migrants didn't want their help? How would they know? You telling me they don't want their help when they were drowning or whatever? That's insane. Let me edit this. I'd like to go to Greece. There's a lot of human history. Wow. Wow. That's the crazy thing. So I wonder, like, this with the brothers. I assume one of them were probably already in Greece. And maybe he was coming to meet him. That's crazy. This is a tragedy. Overloaded, boat capsized. Boat capsized 80 kilometers from Pylos. 9 Egyptians, wow. 104 survivors were brought ashore, so the rest probably are still out there, deceased or gone home to glory, and maybe some may have landed, may have swam to shore, who knows. But and you never know, it's the range of people and citizens that are participating in, or nationalities rather, that are participating in human smuggling is just wide and varied. At this point, I was not expecting to see Egyptians or hear Egyptians getting locked up for that. When Europe turns a blind eye. This okay, let's see what this is about. Excuse me. People traffickers, is that the new appropriate word? We're not saying human smuggling no more. Well, human trafficking. But this is not a European phenomenon, and this documentary is racist in its plot or whatever it is, because, or its theory, because human smuggling has been a problem in the Caribbean, North America, Western Hemisphere for years. People, how many people are dying? These people. Wow. Oh my, baby crying, screaming. Wow. And the thing is, a lot of these people cannot swim. So they just, on a hope and a prayer, jumping in these overloaded, under-provisioned vessels. And it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. And if you cannot swim, then people panic. They jumping on top of each other, trying to stay afloat. It's insane. It's very tragic. I can imagine, and it's not funny, but it's probably like that scene in Titanic when they was all there trying to jump on the life vessel, and the guy's like, "Order! You keep order around here." He's pointing this gun. Order! I say you keep order here. I don't want to hear about, let me see if they have any thing about human smuggling in the Caribbean. Let's see if they got that. So I don't want to hear about European experience. Not that it's not important. Human trafficking short documentary. Okay, this is. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. And I think this is
this is prolific in the Caribbean. You're right, because, I went into a store the other day, and this guy who was working in the back, it was very much given human smuggling. It was given very sus. It's like, are you free to leave? But I have to take account that I just walk out of there because I was uncomfortable. I didn't know. And he might not, he may just look. Good. I think they probably get kidnapping too, but I think they probably are misleading them and selling them. They go into the States or something and then never reach. And we also have to be accountable. We also have to hold our men accountable for participating in this because they's be right there buying these sex workers and thing. Mo Farah actually, just to pause it, Mo Farah, the athlete, I think he's a long distance runner for Greece or no, the UK. Was it the UK? Yes, I believe it's the UK. He pretty much revealed that he was brought to the UK as a victim of human smuggling. He wasn't aware, or was it the US or the UK? I don't know, either one. But he pretty much said, as a child, he thought he was going. The people basically purported that they were, taking him to the US or the UK, wherever it was, and he was going to meet to deliver him. I'm sure his parents or family probably paid so he could go to his family in the US. I believe it was an uncle. They had the information for the relatives on his, like on a card, and he wore it. And when he reached wherever he was supposed to go, the people pretty much yucked that off, and it's like, oh, you don't go no family, come clean this house, and had him as their little house slave like Dobie for however long. Apparently, I guess it was the teacher when they did allow him to go to school, who who was like, oh, hold on, something here right there, and I guess alerted the authorities. Again, and I think too, of course, people are going to buy whatever they feel they need to buy, but for whatever reason. But I also think misogyny plays a part, especially in the Caribbean. You have these, for instance, I think misogyny is real. They feel like, oh, these rape, this rape culture is real. No conscience. I mean, I feel like if you, whatever, you go in the brothel, you know it's something and this ain't looking right, this ain't feeling right, but you obviously don't care. And so you still prepared to pay her $20 or however much it is, and you do what you gotta do, and it's sick. In the meantime, let's just take a little. I saw something about the Cayman Islands premier, former premier, being charged with Mkifa Bush. Let me see. I think he was charged or convicted. Maybe the news, there's no video footage of that yet, but anyway. Either way. Let's see. Let's take a look at what Scotus was saying. Also, Scotus said Joe Biden's plan to wipe out student loan debt is unlawful. But I think we all have an idea who probably helped fund that defense. Any bank lending institution, whoever, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, whoever they is get student loans from, it's like, no, he can't wipe out student debt. He can't just say it's forgiven. Secretary of Education talks Scotus ruling. A dark day for democracy. Slams. Okay, let's see what you saying. This is my thing. This is my thing. This is where I'm at with it. I don't know what it's almost like there is a push, and I don't know if it's in response to the last 5 years with the George Floyd and the different killings and the anti-police and the, COVID, the different things that were transpiring during COVID, I don't know if people are just in denial, sick of it, and they just want to pretend like racism does not exist in America, that classism does not exist in America, because I mean, even on just social media, I've also heard seeing people refer to themselves in America as legacy when they go into different schools, like there's an entitlement to go there because I'm legacy, because my daddy, granddaddy, Grammy, grandmother, great-grandmother been there. So they might not have been there because of an affirmative action, putting aside 5 seats for you, for black people, Asian people, brown people, whatever, but there is clearly other factors that might go into these things, and so I don't know why they pretending like they're like racism, classism, these different social isms do not exist. I don't know what it is. I don't know if we just are tired of confronting ourselves about it or the reality of it. But y'all, I know, but that's America for Americans, so they gotta do what they feel is best. Yeah, true. Wow. Yeah, I think they may have been tripping, and I mean, I wasn't surprised to hear that from Clarence Thomas, not because he's also Republican and conservative, but I mean, I did watch his PBS Frontline documentary, and he has some issues, about it. I guess he's the product of affirmative action, but I guess he felt like he was treated differently because he was an affirmative action student. But I don't understand why, because again, you have to be just as qualified. I don't get what the stigma is about it, because the stigma is you can't afford to be here if you didn't come here, so I view it as a scholarship. But I mean, I also understand the other side, but I don't feel like that's exactly what is transpiring in that context. I feel like it's delusion. I think that this statement is accurate, that it's a delusional thing where for some reason American society today wants to pretend like it's quite recent modern history didn't exist, or like it's just done. How can it be?
Innocent and must be treated equally under the law. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson firing back. Writing with Let Them Eat Cake obliviousness, today the majority pulls the ripcord and announces colorblindness for all by legal fiat.
Thank you, good time, G. Brown Johnson. I ain't gonna read a judgment. I actually gonna Google it right now and read that.
9 states already prohibit any consideration of race in admissions to their